Hi, everybody. Welcome to Jobstream. We are excited to have you here as part of our one of our first virtual informational sessions where we talk to prospective creators who want to join the Jobstream network. And we help give you some best practices and tips for success and what you can expect as being part of the Jobstream community. So we'll send this around, and you can also feel free to forward it on if you know of anybody else who, after learning a little more about us, you think might be a great fit for our network. So I'm Katie Fortunato, president and co-founder of Jobstream, and we're part of the Higher Innovations portfolio. Higher Innovations has been innovating in the talent technology space for nearly 25 years, with three operating brands. One's called Recruitix, one is called Tlivity, and one is called Jobstream. And we are a new affiliate platform that is dedicated to the jobs and careers industry specifically. So, what that means is if you are an affiliate marketer and you're familiar with the Amazon Associates links or the ShopMy or the LTK or any of the affiliate networks, what they did for products and consumer goods, we're doing for jobs. So, you would consider yourself a career creator if you already have a network, if you already have a following, if you're already talking about jobs, career advice, get ready for work with me, or a day in the life and a behind the scenes. Um, it's a natural tie-in because if you're already talking about workplace dynamics and your profession, then you have an audience who's listening and they've already showed up to hear about that kind of content. So JobStream is designed to be so easy that it fits right in with your existing content plan. And, like every new tool that's emerging, it's one more thing to manage, but we make it really easy. And once you decide like what are the jobs I want to share with my network, we can send them to you in a way that you can copy and paste them into your newsletter. We also in Dashboard have ways like I would say like the Canva of being able to create posts and distribute them to your channel of choice. Whatever we can do in the future to make it easier, that is our goal. So what we're going to cover today is in more detail what is in the product, what is the dashboard, how do you see your success, how do you maximize your revenue, and we can also answer a few questions and leave it to some of our other creators in the community to share what's working and best practices. So jumping right in. Once you understand exactly how to use JobStream, you'll be on your path of earning about $1,000 a week. We've seen it over and over again now for a few consecutive weeks. And the key to that success is, again, like first asking yourself, like, am I already posting the job content? And that's the best place to get started is the when and where. So some people ask, do I need an Instagram? Do I need a TikTok? Do I need a newsletter? What we say is use the channel that works best for you already. And then you can build later off of that. So, how it works is you first have an understanding of who your audience is. Let's say you are a nursing community. You have 100,000 nursing followers or nursing students who you know are actively looking for new job opportunities. You would log into the JobStream dashboard, curate and select the jobs that you want to post about today. What makes our jobs different are they're fresh every day and they don't go to job boards, they go straight to the career pages. And we prioritize employers who are actively recruiting and promoting their jobs. So we can vet them and verify that they have real intent to hire people. They are actively looking for those job applicants. So that's what makes our platform a little different than, say, a job board. And we also give you, as the creator, the ability to track your own engagement. So you will get a commissionable link. It has your unique code so that we know every time one of your followers is clicking on a job and applying. Oftentimes people ask, well, do I make money when the person gets placed? The answer is no, not right now. Maybe in the future, that is a future state. But the reason why is what we're really doing is creating better access to the job opportunities. And what we can't control, because we are not the employer who is hiring, is when that placement gets made, who gets who gets put through the interview funnel. And so that's why we are committed to help reward you as the influencer on that conversion of applying. What that indicates to the employer is that job seeker is highly motivated to get an interview because most employers, different from the job boards, they make it a little more, they make you jump through a few more hoops to pre-qualify yourself as a candidate and a job seeker. So what that means is if I am really motivated, I really want a job, I am really going to spend 15 minutes applying to this job to make sure my application is seen. One thing to note about our jobs is, and some people will ask, well, how do I create better urgency? And like I mentioned before, they're fresh every day. The best way to have your job application viewed on the employer applicant tracking system side is to be the first in. So where they say early bird gets the worm, it's true. And just remember too, when you're coaching your followers, the application is the first start, and then it's all of the work and the steps that go into finding the job. And we like to say finding the job is the job until you get the job. So what that means is, you could add into your content things like look at the job description, who's the hiring manager, go check on LinkedIn. Do you know anybody who's connected or know anyone personally from your network who could introduce you to somebody? These are little tactics and tips on ways to make the content sound more urgent and because it is urgent. And that's the reason why we try to keep things fresh and direct to the employer sites. So sometimes people say, well, like we got a lot of clicks, we didn't get a lot of applies. That comes back to relevancy, and relevancy is everything. And I do imagine if you're an affiliate and a creator already, you have a baseline understanding of what type of things your followers are into. So start with what you know, start with the majority, and then use your own personal taste and your own personal professionalism to curate jobs that you would personally feel good about recommending. How creators get paid is based on the cost per application. So every time somebody clicks and applies, that's how we are paying creators in those increments. What that could mean is it's one job link and 10 people who applied. And the cost per application is in constant fluctuation with the job market. There is an actual talent market index that we have embedded into our platform. And what that means during different times of year or different seasonalities of hiring, the costs fluctuate. So for example, imagine like retail season during the holidays and employers who might have retail or warehousing and doing packaging, they add in some temporary staff. So they apply a much bigger ad budget to that season. And that's where we see either higher volume of roles and higher earnings. And that's kind of what's driving the fluctuation. So, how do we get to how do we get to $1,000 a week? This is this is again going back to what is your current content strategy and what are the things that your audience is looking for? And when you can marry those two things together, you'll be able to get the right engagement from the beginning. So we recommend starting a few times a week and test it through your most popular channel. If that's LinkedIn, it's LinkedIn. If it's a newsletter, it's a newsletter. And I think what's for sure true is to make it as easy as possible for the job seeker to want to apply to the job. That means telling them what's the company, what's the job title, in some cases, where is the location, and what is the salary that's being paid. You'll eventually start to accumulate your own insights and trends, and you'll be able to say, week over week, this has been the most popular job in my network. And, start crafting the content around the insights that are working for your personal brand or community. So I think once you're inside of the dashboard, all of those insights will help to inform the content that you should be creating to keep evolving and keep it fresh. And then best practices, going back to that, how do we create urgency? It's like, these are fresh, these are real jobs, these are human vetted jobs, and this is a great company that, if you wanted to get a few more content and details, We also have a content script generator to tell you like this is a high growth stage company or this is a newly invested department within an existing organization. So, and as you're testing your first links, use jobs that you understand, use companies that you recognize and your audience will recognize, and that will start to help this flywheel of content engine going for you. The other thing you can do is if you're going to be on LinkedIn or Instagram is engaging with others. If you're looking to build your reputation around I'm supporting my community with careers, talk about it to people, talk about it in an advisory way on the comments, on the likes, engage with people and show that you're supporting more than just here's the list for the week. So that's where we're seeing communities really leaning in is it's becoming more than what could be pushing product links. We're not selling anything, we're helping people find jobs. So the more you lean into that aspect of it, the more results you see. We have a dashboard on the inside, and it looks like this. And what you'll see is the total number of clicks and be able to toggle the time and see over time how you are growing and what is successful and what trends and insights you can learn about your audience to be able to improve that matching and content curation. And over time, you'll see your earnings accumulate here. And I had it on another slide here, but then at on Fridays, you get a payment to redeem what you have earned from the affiliate links throughout the week. So we talked about LinkedIn as a channel. I wanted to just share an example of Terry McDougall, who is a content career creator, and Caitlin Van Berkel. They are both as career coaches, career coach executives in and have a history of recruitment and HR. So when it comes to like, do they understand talent? Do they understand hiring? Yes, these are two creators who are at the top of their field and who have already made and established their own brand around being that hiring expert. So one of the ideas Terry had was, well, let me create a job drop Tuesday, and I'm going to start building some habit around my followers and give them something to look forward to every Tuesday. And she comes out saying, here are the 5 jobs. Apply through the links in the comments section. That works. Another strategy here is you as the creator building your audience on LinkedIn or any other channel for that matter. You're helping the business of that platform. What you eventually might think about doing is owning your audience and not in the way that, own and sell to your audience, but have have a direct way to communicate with them. And that means you've had them opt into your newsletter, your community, you have opened the doors for two-way communication. On LinkedIn, it's very one-directional. So keep that in mind. We've seen that this can be a really good call to action to say, here's what the jobs are, sign up for my newsletter, and I'm going to send you the links directly to your email. Great way to start building your own personal brand and your own personal community and to kind of own some of that experience and take things off LinkedIn. The other thing is the algorithms keep changing. So where one week it's all about, comments, the links are in the comments below. Some days it's that, and some days it's, well, a carousel is performing better, and who can keep up? So, post the most relevant opportunities, add a visually interesting piece of content to complement the text, and using your links and comments in LinkedIn is a great way to start getting some traction and start testing what's working with your audience. And always, if you're new to affiliate marketing specifically, make sure you are using the proper disclosures that are guided by the Federal Trade Commission. So, in our practice and in our principles, we are governed by the FTC, and we can say that their recommendation is to do 2 things. One, understand the affiliate terms of the channel that you're posting on, and these are ever changing. But go to LinkedIn and read about what it means to be a creator on their site. Go to Instagram, learn about what their social community rules are. As for what the FTC is looking for, it's clear recognition that this is um, it's a link where you are earning a commission from. You might say something like, I'm a Jobstream creator or job streamer or affiliate partner. And as long as that's somewhere in your post, it's compliant. And what you want to avoid it are the things that come along with not being compliant, like lawsuits, fees, you know, getting kicked off of some of the platforms. So just understand the rules and the ways of working in the channel that you choose. So, maximizing your revenue, we've seen newsletters as a consistent way to make the most of JobStream. And if you don't have a newsletter, that's okay. You don't have to go build one. We have one, and we can set you up with that. What the newsletter gives you the ability to do is over time track interest, track trends. You'll see things like open rate and click rate. So, one thing that we see with our newsletter creators is that immediately when they add jobs into their newsletter for the first time, two things happen. One, it becomes the most clicked on content, and that's because it's a high value piece of content. The second is week over week increase in open rates by at least 10%. And that remains consistent. So if you are someone who is, for example, talking about the best things in Denver, it's here are the best things in Denver, here are the events this week, here are the new restaurant openings, and here are the new jobs. It becomes a content pillar that you don't have to rewrite every week. It rewrites itself because we're sending the fresh jobs. So have a job section strategy and test a few links, see what people like. You might get so many replies, and people are saying, oh, well, this is a great offering that you have, and I'm a teacher and I'm looking for a teacher job. And do you have any of those? And that's when the newsletter can really start to take this flywheel automated effect where you can enroll people in that newsletter. They get the fresh job alerts tailored to exactly what they're looking for in their own job search. And you, as the creator or the community, you're the hero who helped introduce them to their job that they otherwise might not have seen. Instagram is another great place for posting jobs, and we recommend posting through multiple channels, not just one channel. And Instagram lends itself to video content. And so it doesn't have to be polished, it doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be content that can educate your audience quickly about the jobs that you are looking to post and curate for the day. You also in Instagram can do the hyperlinks directly. So whereas LinkedIn, like the best practice they say is to put them in the comments. In Instagram, you can put them right in the story. You can put them in the comments, and you can also put them in threads. Threads is cool because you get this ongoing chat room conversation and makes a really good daily drop type of format where there are actively people in there who are job seekers. So, there's ways to feed off of the different channels' offerings, and each platform has its nuance. So we'll do our best to keep up with the ever-changing algorithms and new features that they're dropping. But you know, taking the test into Instagram is also another way to see like, is there interest to have people sign up for a newsletter, for example. The visual appeal. So we recommend doing understanding like the best places to put text, the best kind of content visually to create. Think about your brand colors, what looks and feels like your brand and sounds like you. That's the best way to go. So that's a quick overview of if you're going to get started. And just to recap, it's first you log in, you explore the dashboard and curate some of the jobs that you think your audience is going to resonate with, and testing a few links at a time, starting day one. By day two, you can test a few more links and see on your dashboard where you're getting traction. Are you getting more clicks or more applies? And for example, if you're getting clicks and no applies, you might have the a mismatch in the content that you're pulling. Once you have a better idea, this matching part gets so much easier. Um, we also have a special offer that if you feel compelled and you want to refer JobStream to another peer or another creator in the industry, we welcome introductions and caveat that we are a by invitation only or upon application based platform, which means that there has to be some qualifying criteria. And the things that we're looking for are people who already have a professional presence on some of the social media channels, They might already have a following. We like to say the sweet spot is between 10,000 to 35,000 and upward. But this is for the creator who is actively looking for ways to add value to their audience, continue to build a relationship that's long term, continue to retain their audience, and actually support their needs. So that sounds like you, then likely, as long as we are in the profession and have the jobs for your industry, which we have across all industries, then that's how we base things on approval. We also take trust and cybersecurity very seriously, and we run a number of monitoring channels. So what we're looking for is also a historic, clean record of publicly facing social media content. And we monitor that going forward. And the reason why is because this is a professional platform, um, and we want to keep it that way, and we have to preserve the quality there. So um, other opportunities to earn are through referrals, and we will send this around. You can share this QR code and a code. Just use your name as the code or one of your handles, and we'll know that it's coming from you. And let's connect. Follow us on Instagram so you can stay up to date with new product releases and to see what other creators in our network are doing to be successful. Connect with us on LinkedIn as well. And thank you so much for the time. We hope that you would consider partnering with us and becoming a career creator and being part of our mission to help try to give job seekers real access to real jobs and help more people get jobs. So thank you so much, and we'll be in touch.
Very nice.